Happy New Year's, everyone! I hope you're all resting and chilling. Our third New Year's event is upon us, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. If you've played the last two New Year's events, you already know what's going on, but for newer players, here's the rundown. Each day in the event brings a new story, up to a certain point, and new battles. Play these battles to earn fortune cookies. Those can be used in the event shop to buy a multitude of things, but the most important thing in my opinion is the special key that lets you buy one of the new SR cards. But before we get into the new cards, let's back up a bit and talk about battles. This event has battles, like, a lot of them. There's a total of 63 battles for players. Luckily, not all of them are required, mind you, and in fact, the majority are optional. But if you want rewards, you're gonna have to buckle down and do them. If you'd like the full tables with all the minute details about these battles, they'll be listed on my website, linked below. I'm gonna try and keep things as concise as possible for this section of the video though, because we have a lot of ground to cover. There are 14 days to this event in-universe. This event is not only 14 days long, but I'm gonna use the in-universe days to talk about these battles. Each day except day 8 has 4 battles. Day 8 has 7, so it's the outlier. A lot of these days are structured the same, so we're gonna go over shared information before getting into specifics. For days 1 through 7, there'll be 1 mandatory battle and then 3 extra battles. All battles will give you 1 fortune cookie and 3 event paint upon winning. I'm pretty sure. The recommended levels for each battle over these days are the following: 15, 35, 45, and 60. Battle 1 and extra battles 1 and 2 are 5 turns, but extra battle 3 has infinite turns. HP differs between all of these battles. For the most part, enemy spells stay the same, but will change for extra battle 3, so let's move into talking about the days individually. Day 1 has water flora and fire flora battles. Day 2 has fire flora, just flora, and fire water battles. Day 3 has fire water, just water, and water flora battles. Day 4 has fire void and water void battles. Day 5 has water void and flora void battles. Day 6 has flora void and fire void. And finally, day 7 has everything, basically. So like I mentioned, day 8 is a giant outlier. Battles 1 through 4 will reward 1 fortune cookie and 3 event paint. The battles include all elements at some point. They're all different combos. The recommended levels are 15, 20, and 35. They all last 5 turns. In fact, all battles for day 8, except extra battle 3, will have 5 turns. That last one is infinite. Extra battles 1 through 3 reward 2 fortune cookies and 6 event paint each when you beat them. The battles are Flora Water and Flora Void. Once we get to days 9 through 15, those are extra battles. Each day has 4 extra battles. All of them reward 1 fortune cookie and 2 event paint. The recommended team levels are 35, 45, 60, and 70 for these battles, and all of them last 5 turns except for extra battle 4. And again, that's for all of them. Unlike days 1 through 7, most battles differ greatly when it comes to elements. Every day has every element spread out between battles though, so verbally going into detail would take forever. I mean, this is already taking a while, but yeah. Know that there's not really much skewing towards one element, so your teams will need to be more varied for these extra battles. Again, if you'd like to see all of the battles info individually in a little table, I have it on my website. So let's move on to cards. We have 4 new cards, but they're all gacha cards, basically. Like I said, you can technically get one from the event, but they're not given out for free, unfortunately. Like most of my guide videos, if you've seen this month's card roundup video, you know the card info, so feel free to skip ahead. Ortho is an SR attack unit. His max HP is 7,836, and his max attack is 5,778. Ortho's stats are something. His attack is above both the SR and all cards averages, which is good, but his HP is super low. And normally that's how it goes with this. If one stat is high, the other is lower. But Ortho's HP is really below the HP averages. It's right at the average for our cards, and again, while one stat being lower than the other isn't uncommon, it being this low definitely isn't really common, and it's a little oof to me personally. His spell 1 is Force Strike, and his spell 2 is Fire Shot 2. Let's talk viability in exams. I'd give this card a B for floor exams, X for fire, and F for water. For skills, he's got Power Boost twice, and that's it. On spell 1 at level 1, he has a minor Power Boost to caster for 1 turn. At level 5, it's modest, and that's as high as it goes. Over on spell 2, you need to get him to level 5 to get his second Power Boost. On level 5, it's a minor one for 1 turn, and it doesn't grow at all. His buddies are Trey with a modest power boost and Floyd who gives him a minor HP boost. In order to groovy Ortho, you'll need to get him to power level 30 and vignette level 2. Grooving will cost 3 soul candy. As for uncapping, he'll need 0 to 40 SR Awakening perfumes. Each uncap costs 10 perfume. I don't remember if you can purchase extra copies in the event shop. I know you can only buy one special, redeem key for one of these. So I'm gonna assume you can't get extra copies, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I didn't think to, note that when I was making my notes earlier this year. Time does not exist to me. Anyways, I'm not sure. I do know if you don't want to play the gacha, if you don't really want Trey, but you want Ortho and you're wanting to save gems, you can play the event to get him, or Jade, but I don't think you can get extra copies that way. But again, I'm not 100% sure, but... Okay, anyway, moving on to spells. Each one needs 276 notepads, 253 textbooks, 31 grimoires, and 145,100 thou marks. Spell 1 needs these in green items, and Spell 2 needs red. In total, it'll cost 290,200 thou marks. Also, I don't really do a final thoughts for the SR cards, honestly. I mean, if you've watched my videos for a while, you know that I don't normally do that. I just reserve it for the SSR cards, because I feel like that's more... Money is probably more at stake with those than the SRs, right? I'm gonna say it, I'm not really impressed with this Ortho card. I think he's cute, but not gonna lie, he feels very disappointing to me as an SR card, and I feel kind of bad for that, but, it needs to be said. It needs to be said. Trey is an SSR attack unit. His max HP is 8,632, and his max attack is 7,667. Trey's HP is below average when it comes to SSRs and all cards in general. However, his attack is above both of those averages. In fact, he's actually the 7th strongest card in game. So, yeah, the discrepancy was gonna happen anyways, but since he's that strong, it's gonna be way more pronounced. His spell 1 is Zero Ray, his spell 2 is Lee Shot 2 and later 4 Strike 2, and his spell 3 is Fire Shot 2. When it comes to exams, I'd give this card a C for floor exams, C for fire, and B for water. For skills, he's got Power Boost twice and Damage Boost. On spell 1 at level 1, he has a minor Power Boost to caster for 1 turn, at level 5 it's modest, and at level 10 it maxes out at major. On spell 3, he only gets that second skill on level 5, it's a minor power drain on foes for 1 turn, and at level 10 he gains an additional minor damage boost to caster for 1 turn. His dual magic partner is Ortho with a modest HP boost. His other buddies are Jack with a minor power boost, and Azul who gives him a minor HP boost. To groovy Trey, you need to get him to power level 40 and vignette level 3. Grooving costs 5 clover candy. For uncapping, he'll need 0 to 12 SSR Awakening perfumes. Each uncap costs 3 perfume. Each spell needs 351 notepads, 253 textbooks, 111 grimoires, and 318,000 thou marks. Spell 1 needs these in gray items, Spell 2 needs green, and Spell 3 will need red. In total, it'll cost 954,000 thou marks to fully max them out. In case you don't get Trey or you're looking for Trey at home, my suggestions for alternatives are Birthday Boy Jack, Soomsitter Idia, Ceremonial Robes Azul, and Galacator Ruggy as alternative units. Unfortunately, there's no dupes this time around. Trey's pretty solid. While his skills aren't really anything special, he's a very strong card and I think that makes up for the lackluster skills. But then again, y'all know that I'm super biased when it comes to skills in the first place, but still, this Trey is hella strong. Jade is an SR balance unit. His max HP is 9,851 and his max attack is 4,738. Jade's stats are alright. While neither peak over the all cards averages, his HP is a bit higher than the SR average and his attack is a bit below. The differences are noticeable, but it's not the most drastic thing on either one, so yeah. His spell 1 is Aqua Wave and his spell 2 is Water Shot 2. Now let's talk viability in exams. I wouldn't dare put him in floor exams, but he's an S for fire and C for water. Listen, the mono water thing is great for fire exams, but he is going to perish in floor exams. Just don't. Just don't. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. For skills, he's got damage cut twice. On spell 1 at level 1, he has a modest damage cut to foes for 1 turn, and that's it. Over on spell 2 at level 5, he gets a minor damage cut to foes for 1 turn. His buddies are Kate with a minor power boost, and Rook who gives him a modest HP boost. Jade needs to be at power level 30 and vignette level 2 before you can groovy him. It won't use any thou marks, but it will cost 3 dorsal fin candy. Remember to double check that you're getting the right one, because his and Floyd's, I'm gonna be so real with you, I cannot tell them apart. I cannot. I always get them confused, so make sure that you're buying the right ones. As for uncapping, he'll need 0 to 40 SR Awakening perfumes. Each uncap costs 10 perfume, so the more copies you'll pull, you'll be using 10 less perfume. Each spell individually needs 276 notepads, 253 textbooks, 31 grimoires, and 145,100 thou marks. But because he's a mono water unit, he only needs blue items and a lot of them. If you're gonna max out both, you'll really need 552 notepads, 506 textbooks, and 62 blue grimoires. In total, it'll cost 290,200 thou marks. Rook is an SSR defense unit. His max HP is 16,400 and his max attack is 4,289. Rook has phenomenal HP, being far above the SSR and all cards averages. He has the highest HP stat in the game, finally ending Clubwear Lilia's reign. And like I've touched on before in this video, because one is super high, the other is pretty low. His attack is far below the SSR and all cards averages. It's basically at the R card average for attack, which is not fantastic, but the HP, I feel like it's a fair trade-off this time. His spell 1 is Aqua Wave, his spell 2 is Fire Shot 2 and later Flame Blast 2, and his spell 3 is Void Shot 2. When it comes to exams, I'd give this card a C for floor exams, B for fire, and D for water. For skills, he's got Resistance and Power Drain. On spell 1 at level 1, he has a minor resistance to caster for 1 turn, at level 5 it's for 3 turns, and at level 10 it maxes out at modest for 3 turns. On spell 3, he starts off with a minor power drain on foe for 1 turn, at level 5 it's modest, and at level 10 it's major. His duo magic partner is Jade with a minor HP boost, his other buddies are Malleus with a minor HP boost, and Idia who gives him a modest power boost. So building. In order to groovy Rook, you'll need to get him to power level 40 and vignette level 3. Grooving will cost 5 Huntsman candy. He'll need 0 to 12 SSR Awakening perfumes to get fully uncapped. It depends on how many of him you pull. Each uncap costs 3 perfumes, so yeah, I can't really give you an exact number since gotcha and everything. Each spell needs 351 notepads, 253 textbooks, 111 grimoires, and 380,000 thou marks. Spell 1 needs these in blue items, spell 2 needs red, and spell 3 will need gray items. In total, that's going to cost 954,000 thou marks. So what are some good alternative units to this Rook? My recommendations are Birthday Boy Ace, Birthday Jacket Lilia, Apprentice Chef Sebek, and School Uniform Vil. This Rook is going to be a great HP patter. His resistance is also going to be helpful, but that HP though, that's really his best attribute in my opinion. Also, this card is really pretty, but that's not a meta thing, so yeah, I'm not really factoring that in. I just like this card though. I really wanted it, but unfortunately I have not been able to get it on JP, and since Malleus is the new New Year's card for JP this year, I'm gonna have to skip Rook again, which the one time he decides not to come home to me. The one time. So this event has furniture, and we have 2 ways of getting event paint. You can play the guest room battles for paint as per usual. You don't actually have to do guest room battles if you complete a certain amount of event battles. Doing all event battles will net you 170 event paint, so that's an option. You really only need 105, so if you just want one of everything, you wouldn't even need to do all the battles. I don't know why my model keeps looking up. I don't think I'm looking up like that much, but apparently I am. Who knew? These furniture items need event paint and normal materials. We have a table, chair, partition, lantern, hearth, coma, flooring, and wallpaper. Yes, I really didn't bother to try and translate the names. What can I say? I'm lazy and have a load of other stuff to prep for January. But anyways, if you want to make one of everything, you will need 105 event paint, like I said before, 71 wood, 13 cloth, 90 unique paint, 38 basic paint, 24 paper, 16 stones, and 17 sticks. And that's the event! I really love this event for giving us New Year's Rook. He looks so good and I want him so bad, you don't understand. The rest of the event is fun too, but I will admit the battles get a little tiring after a while. But you know, the things we do for love. I hope you guys have fun with this event. Thank you everyone for watching, and a very special thank you to my channel members and Twitch subs. Your support helps me to continue to make these videos. If you'd like early access to my videos, consider becoming a channel member. Patrons and Ko-fi members can get my scripts early before I record them. I livestream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Thanks again guys, and I'll see y'all later.